Good morning, it's Saturday, park run day, just about finished. It is freezing, so wrapped up today in a bit of purple and a bit of pink. So I haven't recorded any of my week 6 runs, probably pushed them a little bit too late. So I'm gonna just update you today. So no actual training run today, just a normal park run. It's freaking freezing. But I had, what did I do? Did I do a strength session? Don't even remember. I know I've done 2 runs this week. I had an interval session on Wednesday and it was, I don't even remember. I will put the splits on here. I remember it was -6 in the morning most of the day, so I didn't do it outside. I ended up doing it on a treadmill in the gym, and I was able to hit all the paces. I put in all the speeds correctly in the gym and hit them, but of course it didn't match on my watch, and so it looks really slow on my watch and on Strava, but I promise you I hit them. I've got a little, you can link the treadmill to an app on your watch, so I recorded that session, so I'll put in like the times to show you that I did hit them. As I think the interval session was 10 kph, so that's what I had to put in. So it started off, I remember now, so it started off with a 10-minute warm-up and then 5 minutes at 5:47 minutes per kilometre, which worked out to be 10.4 kilometers per hour, and then 2 minutes at basically 6, I think it was 6 kph I was putting in on the treadmill. Can't remember what pace that was. And you do that 5 times and then 10 minutes slow or easy, and I hit them all. I was surprised, but I think that if I had to run that pace I wouldn't have been able to get to it because that's quite fast. Because the treadmill was doing the work for me, I was able to keep up, but it was hard work. And then yesterday was just a 45-minute easy run, which was fine. Kept up with that. And then tomorrow for me is about 11.8k easy run. I'm sure it's in minutes. Well, I can't remember the minutes. But I'm going to run it with my Strider's friend. He's also training for London. He's got to do 9 miles. So I'll just do 9 miles with him. So I'll be doing an extra 2 miles basically for a long run, but 9 miles is a good stretch out on the cycle path to Harpenden, so we'll be doing that tomorrow. But yeah, just a quick update. It is so cold, I hardly took my gloves off for the whole run. Yeah, I'm freezing myself to death, so I will leave you and then update you tomorrow. Okay, bye. Hi, it's Sunday, long run day, and I'm just back from completing, well, I've been back about an hour or so, but I'm just back from doing my long run for the week. So week 6 of London Marathon training is now complete. So this morning on the Cooper plan, I was due to do a long run of, I think it's 30 minutes at easy or steady pace, 6:58 minutes per kilometre, and then a 20-minute at marathon pace, which is 6:20 minutes per kilometre, and then followed by a last 30 minutes easy run, 6:58. But somebody else in my club, Striders, he's also training for London Marathon, and on his plan is 9 miles. So I thought I'll be all right doing the extra 2 miles. I've done half marathons, it'll be fine. And the pace was probably slightly faster than I'm used to. But I thought it would help me to run a little bit faster. And if I average out the 6:58 and 6:20, it's about 6:35, 6:40. So if I could do 6:30, then that would be good. So I knew I wouldn't be able to keep it up initially, especially as it takes me a while to warm up, and I don't really do warm-ups. But yeah, I said, yeah, that's fine. I was more worried about doing longer than my distance requirement, but not so much worried about the pace. Because where we were running along the Harpenden cycle path, and it's just a basically straight route. So as long as I can see you in the distance, I'm fine. So that's what I said at the beginning. But in the end, it worked out okay for the first maybe 6 6.5K. I was able to, and Sally joined us as well. She's not training for any race in particular, but she likes to do long runs as well. So it's always nicer to run with people. And that's really why I wanted to do it. If I was left to my own devices, I probably wouldn't have stuck to my paces. So it's always good to run with other people. But I do get a little bit of a runner's anxiety, where it's like if I can't keep up, I feel like I'm slowing people down. And I get really anxious about that. So when I'm faster, I'm fine because I don't mind slowing down for people. But when I just don't like having people slow down for me, basically. So I say, just go as long as I can see you. I have my music in my ears, that's fine. Don't worry about it. But anyway, so the first 6K, I was keeping up. So I wasn't alongside. I couldn't chat. There was no talking in that pace for me. So I was fine for that first 6K. Then we had a little walk break. And then we carried on. And then we had a stop at the halfway point, which was, I had to work it out. So we were due to do 15K, and on my plan, the paces that I described earlier equated to 11K. So we got to about 7.5K, had like a little break. So I stopped my watch there at that point, had a little break, and then turned around and came back the other way. And on the way back, I don't know, normally I'm fine stopping, but on the way back, I could feel it in my system, like, okay, we stopped now. My body doesn't want to carry on running. But I tried to keep up just to make sure I could keep up to the 11, well, I thought it was 12K at the time. So I can keep up that pace until I get to at least 12K. And then if I wanted to walk after that, I'll be fine because I can just put the, on Garmin, you can just see the cumulative time. So I could just go up to the 12K and then put that time in Cooper. So it's tracked. Whatever I've done, it's fine. Or whatever I do after that, it doesn't matter if I'm slower because it's only tracked to the 11K that I was supposed to do. I thought I would be able to carry on and do the whole 15K, which is 9 miles. But my body got to 11, or my mind realized I've got to 11. I thought it was 12K at the time. But my mind realized I got to 12K and said, no, we don't need to run anymore. And then my legs followed suit. So I was like walking it in the rest of it. But with the distance, there's a little squirrel out there. But with the total distance, it ended up being 16K, just over 16K, which is 10 miles. And the last 1K, I could see the finish line, which is Starbucks, in the distance. So I sort of sped up to complete it. Oh, we also stopped on the way back because we saw another lady who's doing her half marathon. She hasn't done a half in a while. So, and they were on their 10-mile run. Hi, Lou. And so we stopped to chat to her as well for a bit. That was a nice little break. But yeah, so the overall elapsed time for the 16K was 1:54, which is actually the fastest 10 miles that I've done in a while. But if you look at the elapsed time, it was 2 hours, and which is still not too bad. Since the race I did, the Stopsy Striders 10 mile I did was 1:57. So 2 hours with the stoppage of 1:54. Happy with that, happy with that. And then the 11K ended up being, when I checked on Cooper app when I got back, ended up being 1 hour 16:07. And the planned or target time was 1:15. So I did 11K in 1:16:07. So I'm happy with that. Whether I can keep at the moment, whether I can keep 6:20-minute pace for the whole marathon is left to be seen, but so far so good. I'm okay. I definitely will need to push myself going forward. I'm hoping that with my diet that I'm on, I will lose more weight, and that will help me get faster. And obviously training. I need to do more longer runs, and I think this 10 miles I haven't done for a while. Since August, really. I haven't really done 10 miles. I mean, I've done a couple of half marathons, but I haven't done any specific training. So the half marathon I did for Luton in October was probably the last 13 miles or over 10 miles that I've done in a while. And everything else I've been doing either 7Ks or park run or maybe 10K, but probably not. So my body's not used to running more than 10K, I should say, for a while. So it's a good first attempt into it. So from now on, all my long runs are going to be unless it's a cutback week, probably will be longer than 10 miles. Well, today wasn't supposed to be 10 miles, actually. It was supposed to be 7. So I did well. Next week is 10 miles on the long run plan, and there is a race in Bedford. So I might sign up for that. That will help bring up my pace. And I will try, because when you run a race, you run it on your own. It's on your own speed, isn't it? So I might follow my plan on my watch for that one. So yeah. Yeah, so another week of London Marathon training done. So that will be week 6. So my plan altogether is basically 19 weeks. And so 13 weeks to go. So hope you'll join me next week. If you like the video, please do select like. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe. And thanks to all you guys who subscribe already. Hope your running or training is going well. And I'll see you next week for another update. Take care. Bye.